reflect two different images, two different figures 4 different times. The first time was over the x-axis, the second time was over the y-axis, the third time was over the line y equals x, and the fourth time was over the line y equals negative x. So they're doing 4 different reflections with using the mirror themselves. And the idea is for them to generate rules that can be used more generally. So, for example, I'm just going to take a look at this first coordinate plane here. Here's a triangle ABC. If they reflect about the x-axis, triangle ABC, they will get an upside down triangle at points -3, -2, -5, -2, or excuse me, -3, -1, -5, -1, and -4, -4. So basically, they're asked to write the pre-image coordinates, which is the coordinates of the figure that's already on the page, and then the image coordinates, which is the points of the figure that they will draw. And then they're asked to generalize and write a rule for any point. If I give you any point AB, what will the result be once you reflect it about the x-axis? And they went ahead and they did this, and they got the rules for the reflection of the x-axis, the reflection of the y-axis, the reflection of the line y equals x, and the reflection of the line y equals negative x. And what did they get? They got the For Your Notebook blue text box. So I think that this is really, it's not very pretty. It's not a very pretty text. It's very dry and boring and kind of like, had I done this again, I probably would have put like, I don't know, different shapes like circles or, I don't even know, honestly, frankly. But I do think that this was very effective because the students really understood the reason behind those rules that were for their notebook, So, it goes back to that polarizing notion of, yeah, it's so much faster and so much easier as a teacher to have the students just write in their notebooks the rule and have them practice it over and over and over and over again and drill it into their brain. But are they really understanding why or what that means or how is it visualized? And I think by using, multiple means of text and multiple activities and not just throwing it to them in a book, I think they get it better. And I think that is what school should be about. It should be about getting the material and understanding it and swallowing it and chewing on it and, really being involved with the material. And I think that these texts do a good job from the teacher's standpoint and from the student's standpoint, as long as they're all used together. And I think that's going to be the main point of my paper, at least, is that differentiated instruction and, literacies as a concept. Every child is different, every student is different, every teacher is different, and we all learn in different ways. And because of that, the talk around said content needs to be differentiated. And because it needs to be differentiated, the texts that should be the focus of that talk should also be differentiated. So that means visuals, it means active learning literacy practices, it means reading, it means a little bit of copying and drill, it means, it's everything. And I do think that this lesson was a positive, effective one, and I think that these texts for this lesson were positive and helpful for the students. So that's my Think Aloud, and I will refer to this in my paper, and hopefully everything will be clear. Thanks.